going on? We doing? Can't because of the R. A and the E. Kids. If I'm late, it's always the kids. What? What the heck? I don't think I've ever done this before. I have all the letters, but they're in the wrong order. Start with an A. It's got to start with an A. It doesn't have to start with an A. It can't be a C. Where's the E go? God, this is confusing. E's probably the second letter. E. Key car? No, it can't be R. So what's the last letter? Probably it can't be R-E-R. C wouldn't make sense. Could be the P. Cap. Recap. Isn't it? Yeah. Look at, well, that's crazy. I've never done that before. Crazy one. Create. You want to start using 6 letters instead of 5. Oh. Go get what's left of my caffeine. Good morning, Jay. Good morning, Looney. Good morning, Hammett. Emant. Emont. Emont. Emant. 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 Good morning, Addedly. I know you're in there somewhere. Oh, da 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 da.
Well, there's DT.
Good
DT.
morning.
Good morning. You ready for the excitement?
No.
When is that supposed to be?
2.
Oh,
2
so it's gonna
o'clock.
be another bullshit day,
End
probably.
of the day, basically.
Every Wednesday at 2 o'clock.
I'm sure next Wednesday I'll ask you what time it is.
Oh, I'm just saying it's always Wednesdays at 2. But...
Well, next Wednesday there won't be one. We don't care.
Can you imagine every Wednesday?
Oh my god.
Did you see the clip and memes I tagged you at? I did. I responded to it. Yeah.
Every Wednesday, Jerome Powell will screw up your day.
OP Ocean Pal announcing delivery of Cape-size.
Oh yeah, the guy, the Lamar Jackson guy. Yeah, that was so fake, but
Minute and a half to
I mean,
go.
I'm sure the dude was pissed, just like everyone else was.
Really.
But
Got solve up.
there's no way people act like that.
NATO Secretary Stoltenberg says
I don't know what any of this shit's gonna do. So.
It was pretty funny. The best part was when he started squirting the water bottle on himself, like they do in the game.
Yeah, have a good day. Kind of like this NOTV with no volume at all, but interesting breakdown. I don't know. Everything pretty shit.
Yeah, extreme no volume on that.
Yeah, there's no volume, but it is a nice breakdown.
Good old me.
What that'll do, I have no clue.
Run could do something.
Yeah, I looked at that earlier. That's down too, right?
Yeah, it's coming back up though. It was down to 32. Now it's over 34.
I swear, man, it's like clockwork.
No
929, and my butt's like, "Hey, you forgot about me. You got to go or no?" I'm like, "Yeah, you got to go, 50, but
50.
I really have time for you right now."
Ready for the fireworks, boys.
All right, see you guys.
U.S. markets are open.
Oof.
I'll be back at 2.
Yeah, straight down.
Occidental Petroleum CEO Vicky Hollop says
September 21st, 2022.
Oil and gas company to carbon management company. That's Oscar X-Ray Yankee.
Oxy's going from oil and gas to carbon management. Interesting.
Ooh, it's
I wonder if Mr. Warren Buffett knew about that beforehand.
It's the IGC of that world.
With Warren Buffett being invested millions and millions and millions of shares, I would guess it's not IGC. It's probably more legit.
Yeah, you probably.
A lot of money in carbon credits.
And he probably already knew they were doing that, and that's going to skyrocket the price, would be my guess.
Wait, you think a billionaire or whatever he is knew something before everyone else? Nah.
No. That wouldn't happen. They don't have an unfair advantage. It's a level playing field.
I wonder like what the I know it's all connections, but I wonder like how much money you'd have to start like having people like look at you like, "Hey, you interested in a little something?"
Hey, we have an announcement
to be
coming.
In the same price bracket as them. That's all.
Just crazy. The whole
I only know
like
because my old business partner, his wife,
Neo.
They were millionaires, and it was different hanging out with them and their group.
I only know personally one millionaire, and he's like one of the coolest dudes I've ever met. And he's like does not play the part. Like he's a millionaire because he's so frugal, but he's just like a normal everyday dude. Which I'm sure those are few and far between, but
Tel's going up. It's SSR and it's only $3.
and you say that's going up. Oh,
Up 20 cents.
yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
A small amount in Neo. I don't feel comfortable taking anything big in this, but like 50s,
What'd you get in at? 80 something?
91.
Oh, even better.
I'll take a little bit out there. I don't really have a lot of share size in this. 57 is kind of the target.
There. Pretty straight down
Check.
move. Jeez.
Actually close enough for me. I took it off. It's nothing to write home about.
Except for the fact that it worked out perfectly. I know
That
you didn't
part's
take a lot
nice,
of size, but yeah, the trade itself.
Just the size
perfect.
didn't help me out too much. Lift. I don't know what it's doing. Dying, I guess. Yeah.
Dying, firms dying, PDDs dying.
NIO scoop.
Yeah, lift is probably gonna come back down to the 16 area. It's not enough meat on that bone for me. This was at least 40 cents, so it made a little sense. 20 cents. I'll hold off. Not that desperate yet. What did RU in do? Kinda.
Just make a little on BTU.
I mean, there's nothing even like trying to try.
There really isn't, man. I'm looking around like, doo doo. I'm just trying to draw out some fib line on some of the stuff, so maybe I can find a trade within the mess. Okay, I'm gonna watch run. Oh, no. I feel like the volume on run is kind of poopy, huh? Oh yeah, super poopy.
Yeah, which is weird.
SLNG, Stabilist Solutions, halted on a circuit breaker. Relatively low volume.
Neo right down into that 57. 56 is a low.
ON made
Shares up
a
about 30%
pretty
now.
cool move, but it's on 0 volume.
On, double
Yeah,
on.
on.
Really no volume.
Yeah, no
Like
volume
cool,
there either.
cool candle, but
not cool volume. Man, if that run had some volume, I'd kind of be interested, but jeez.
it's the crazy thing about ones like that on is that It could drop right back down to 1810 like it's nothing, but at the same time, it could also
Pop up $1.
yeah, it could go right
Yeah.
up to 1950.
There's no volume.
It's almost like you're
The
kind of
just
gambling.
did something. Well, triggered to the downside. Dope.
Which one?
AMD. I apparently had an alert set down here. Oh, I did. I set that this morning. Below that 1740 area. That's pretty dismal. That's been an area that's been holding for a good week. Some drawings here. The markets aren't looking too tough. Say that much.
Just making a nice move off the bottom. It's almost back to higher day.
Who is?
Beyond, BYND.
I kind of watch AMD here just because this is interesting. And it's AMD with plenty of shares.
ONON started.
Sava.
Just trying. What a move that thing made.
Yeah, dude. I wish. I
SBA
mean, I
4K.
honestly never came back to the
Sava.
computer, but that was a pretty crazy ass move yesterday. I would think I might have tried to trade that.
Am I
But
seeing that right? 5,000 shares on Sava?
Yeah.
been a super grinder as of late, man.
This GIS is making a move.
I was looking at NVTA, but it just won't move enough. And GISA, yeah.
A small little baby amount in AMD.
SAVA, Cassava Sciences shares are moving higher again today, $40.68 at the high, seeing now the October 35 calls and the Alpha Victor Alpha SAVA.
GIS is starting to get interesting. Still would like to see the pop up through 70.
Took that off, get back a little bit. Not like that it popped up as high as it did. 100 shares, not a big deal, no big deal. Wow. All right, AMD said not going down. Cool.
Order cancelled.
Wanted a much bigger pop through 79.
What's up?
GIS.
Sava to the moon, man.
Is this all-time highs on GIS?
Get
It's
earnings.
2 years.
GI's asterisk.
I don't like that.
Apparently it's on Earth.
Beyond is moving too.
Beyond the meat. That's, I think Market's the one who posted that thing
BYND
about him biting
14K.
the nose of somebody. That's
Yeah.
true. He really did.
It
Thomas,
is.
14K beyond.
Yeah.
Just wanted to catch you before you might have just jumped right in, because usually we
Yeah,
have
it looks
shares.
nice.
I thought that was a joke. That was real.
No, yeah, I was kind of sad when I saw it, because I'd probably be I would have started it right here for sure. It's the best move we've seen all day. There's no doubt about that.
I missed it.
This on is annoying because this was never, there's no volume. Net, NET, no volume, but making a nice move. The hood. Damn you, Beyond. It's actually gaining shares. Started with, oh no, never mind. I was looking at Sava. Can't play it, man.
BYND 9K.
It's of shares.
Sava with his 10,000 shares. Yeah.
The Sava just ran out.
Oh, we are out now.
Beyond, we're at 7,000. Man, this would have been amazing.
ONON dollar on way.
I'd have a crappy average right now, but I'd be ecstatic that we were actually getting a move.
My shorts just went away on Beyond.
Hopefully you're not in it.
No, I tried to get it right there. And they're gone.
I never rejected you.
It's 1740, and all of a sudden, like, there's no S anymore. Like, you bastard.
Watching Mara.
There's the second ad right there.
It's better than being in and then they take them away.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true.
Mara
It
up.
sucks that you have no way of telling that, like you do in IB.
You can check on T-Meg and see how many shares you have, can't you? If I remember right.
I've never had it run out on me.
Oh, come on, Mara.
She goes.
I was going to try to start it at 82. I never hit the button, but I was ready to. Stops right at
No,
80.
Sorry. If you do a trade locate on when you have shorts available, that's just, it says they're available for free on CMEG.
Doesn't tell you how many though, does it?
No, only if it's under.
Not really the pullback I would have been looking for, so it could be good. Trying to see what it would do here.
Alright, I
I think
Yesterday's
it'll say
high.
they'll have 1 million shares or 1 billion shares or something like that. They're already available. Why are you doing a locate on a free stock kind of thing?
I guess.
Unless that's
we
changed.
wait. We wait forever and ever to see
Mara.
what happens.
I think Mara went right through it.
Like butter.
I'll be right back. Take the dog out.
Order filled.
Started Mara. Took half on my starter. Just in case it goes up to 11.
Mara.
Yeah, Mara.
Off the bottom. It's off the bottom.
Look at Beyond. Who would have thought that was going to happen?
Well, it's also
Karen.
off the bottom.
And then Beyond right back to the highs. Okay, okay. I got it, bro. Relax.
Nothing was standing in its way until 21 bucks.
Yeah, Beyond is like really off the bottom.
SLNT
Mara's at
shares
least.
resumed
I guess
trading.
Mara's kind of off the bottom too.
Kinda.
Sandy Lima, November of
Yeah,
golf.
I know. I don't know how much
I
more
more so
bottom you
meant
could have.
like
Shares
Beyond was
Further-
at its lows.
25 cents.
Yes,
Mara's
yes.
not.
There is
yeah.
a further low
2%.
on
Yeah,
Mara.
that was all I meant. I didn't mean what you thought I meant. You catch what I'm throwing.
And halted again on a circuit breaker.
Oh, shit.
$8.25, up 62%. Sandy
Coin
Lima,
up.
Beyond
November
is
golf.
literally off the bottom. Like, bottom. Run coming back up. Not really loving these charts today. AMD all the way up. Dope.
Order filled.
Iran's Raisi says Iran never sought nuclear weapons, which have no place in Iran's defense doctrine.
You know, every time I think about adding, it always comes crashing down. But when I actually do add, it just keeps grinding. Such a mental thing.
NVTA. Mara like that candle. Coin
It's
dollar on
annoying I
way.
didn't get that ad there.
COTY Cody. Cody shares hitting a high of $8.32, up about 6.5% after the company's raising their guidance.
Your average, Timmy.
That's
Right
Charlie
here.
Oscar Tango Yankee.
So this word should bounce.
VERU Veru, the
Ha, ha,
January
ha.
20 calls active now. Victor
You said it, not me.
NVTA.
Echo Romeo Uniform.
Yeah, I'm watching NVTA.
AVTA.
NVTA.
NVTA.
Mara dollar on way.
Actually, like a little
Shares
bit of
Veru just
movement
also
today,
rose
but
now
nothing I'm in love with.
$10.80 VERU.
VTA looks
Autofilled.
slightly grindy to me. Recently, but I didn't see this move. And it's $3. Yeah.
Had I got that other ad up there, this would have been nice. Would have brought my average to like 11, 10, 11, 11. Had more shares. Frustrating. Now it's going to come down and bounce right off me. Try to. I mean, I am right at the whole dollar, so.
Jag, you back? Or you still walking the dog? Good talk. There you go. Your 3-year average, Timmy.
Yeah. Alright, took half off at break even when it looked like it was going to go back up. Down to my original half starter. Definitely not going to be a big trade either way.
Story of my life.
Order cancelled. Order filled.
Took half of
Mara
it
dollar.
there. I'll just trail the rest.
ONON dollar.
Yeah,
By
looks like she meant
trade.
one higher.
Mara ONON coin LNT.
Flagging up here at the tip of the top.
That ON is going to come all the way back down. On also no volume. It's funny.
SBOW, Silverbow Resources. Shares getting some volume here. Hearing mention on Deal Reporter.
Beyond and Sava, we were out of shares.
And the Bravo Oscar Whiskey, Silverbow
Geez, Sava.
Resources.
Whoops.
Come all the way back down, I'm guessing.
And some. Guess the people that ran it up were like, all right, that's good enough. Could Beyond go. I'm frustrated I didn't get that other Adam Mara. I just wanted up in the 1130s to hit it again. Were you in that, Thomas? What was your average?
Yeah, I just wanted to freaking die right here. I got stop out at 11:01. My average is 11:04.
Oh, you got the same average.
Because I got convicted and jumped up to 800 shares, even with an ad over there by 19-ish.
I'm assuming you took some off.
Oh yeah, I took off 3/4.
Yeah, I'm trying to hold the rest of my stops at break even as well. Figured I would just see if it would die. Can't hurt to hold the extra shares. No point in taking them off here this close to break even. Might as well give it a shot.
Coming up at 10 a.m. existing home sales.
It's my own fault, honestly, for getting in my first starter where I
Mara
did. I
LNT.
just, it was definitely some
4.7 million
FOMO instead of waiting for the 11
units
pop.
for August.
It was a decent
That's
move
the point
up
of
to
the
there.
nibble, man. You gotta get the nibble. You gotta get it.
The problem is with the nibble sometimes is you get the nibble and then you get one ad where you feel like is the top through that key area, and then it brings your average right to that area where you were looking for the, like if you would have waited for 11.20 for an entry, that $11 is where you're looking to take profit, but now your average is there. So it just puts you in a shitty spot. Like, I'm not saying it's wrong, but I just need to maybe be a little more aggressive on my ads up through 11 there to get my average even higher, knowing that that key area is probably gonna get some sort of a bounce. I'm just talking out loud. I'm not saying what I did was wrong. I'm just trying to figure out how to make it better next time. I was just trying to be more patient with that next ad where I could have maybe got a little more aggressive with it.
Yeah, I added 400 more shares at 11:05. So that brought
On the
my
way down?
average down. Yeah, on the way down.
Gotcha.
So that's why my average came down.
Yeah, I thought about hitting it on the way down, but it came down so fast. I was like, I'm not going to chase it. I was ready to hit it like right when it started jiggling up there at the top, but I was just like 11:30, 11:30s, 11:30s. And then I just didn't hit it, and then it came straight down.
4.8 million units, consensus 4.7 million on existing home sales.
Come on, break right there. I want you to break right there. Be underneath the 38 and underneath the 9.
$10.85 is the high from yesterday, so that's going to be a pretty key area probably.
Just about where it bounced.
Yeah, I mean, I was
That's the
expecting
area I
it
was talking
to.
about. It had to break.
SLNG, Stability Solutions resuming.
It's also what frustrates me sometimes is like I had 1104 average. The odds are it's going to go test that 1085, but I'm already down to severe leftovers when it finally gets there. Like I feel like that's part of my problem too, is just not accepting that risk. Like taking half off at my average just because I think it's going to bounce up and I don't want to let it go all the way back to the highs. But at the same time, that's also what keeps me safe.
What is reporting the EPA to consider tougher emissions rules for heavy trucks?
I must have hit my button too soon. I went to take half off when it jumped up right there because I had 200 shares left. And then I went to immediately hit my break even button. And it must have hit my tap out as well to cash out all shares. I ended up long 100 shares.
Then you got paid because it went up.
No. I went long at the freaking at 1098. So it went up maybe 2 cents. I was like, what just happened? Oh shit button. That's what happened.
I'm assuming if it goes back through 11 here, I'm going to get stopped. Can't really see it not spiking that 4 or 5 cents.
Anything interesting other than Mara?
Coin sort of went. Beyond still being silly. I think that's it.
You're in Beyond?
Long.
I figured.
AMD is coming up to the daily high of the range.
Who?
AMD.
AMD.
Yeah.
And I think this thing wants to get over 18, but dang, she's being slow to get there, man.
So what are you in at, like 1760?
1772 is now my average. I was in at 63 and I added. As I didn't have enough shares to really make sense of it all.
Yeah.
I took a little bit off at the top and she keeps fudging around. Now let's take it all off. She's having a lot of trouble getting up there, man. I hate it when I'm not really looking for a lot. It's just so frustrating. I'm not even looking for a huge move. Oops, almost clicked the wrong button.
Coming up at 10:30, crude and gasoline inventories. Crude, a build of 2.161 million expected. Gasoline, a draw of 431,000. Distillates, a build of 420,000. Expected that's coming
I'm
up
all
in
out. I'm not willing to hold this for this long.
25 minutes at
Small loss.
10:30 a.m. Eastern Time.
Heard you cover some at the top.
I did cover some at the top, probably small loss to break even.
Yeah.
Nothing really. Like every other trade I get lately.
So was it a winner or break even?
What I was at before this. It was. I lost $6.
Eggplant.
And 27 cents. Dun dun dun.
You lost a little
Massive.
bit.
Huh?
At AMD trade, you lost some.
Me?
Posted, yeah. Is that a loss?
No. Oh, AMD's a loss, yeah.
Yeah.
That was 100 shares.
Order
People
filled.
gave you like hearts and smiley faces. I'm like, no, that doesn't look right.
Guess it's hearts for respecting my stop loss.
CTXS, Citrix,
LNT Mara.
buyout debt prices with 16% discount on $4 billion.
We should get hearts for that.
6.5%
Those are good
secured notes,
trades.
that according to the Wall Street Journal.
That's
Nope.
not a bad trade. I didn't let it go all the way to the top. I'm not an idiot.
You're red. Eggplant.
ONON out all.
You view
Tango
you,
X-ray
I view
Sandy.
me.
Aren't you the one that always says the bottom line's all that matters?
I don't think I've ever said that in my life, but I kind of agree with it.
That's cool. You've never said it. You've never said it that
term, but
direct. Well, yeah, you've never used the bottom line. I more so meant in your own words. You always say
whether or
that in the
not
end, it
you
just
are
matters whether you make
making
money or not.
or losing money on the year is what matters in trading for sure.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
that's
yeah.
pretty much every single trader.
Yeah, and I mean, if you take a red trade, that's not going in the right direction. So eggplant.
Disagree. Red trades are part of the game.
Eggplant.
Yeah. Watching AMD a little bit, but I like it here. Oh man.
NYAX halted on a circuit breaker. November Yankee Alpha X-ray.
I am so tired.
What?
No
NYAX.
volume to speak of in that.
NIO dollar.
Yeah, I was just gonna say there's 500 volume.
Oh,
I don't see a candle. Is my chart not loading, or is that what it looks like?
I don't
There's
think there's even enough volume for a candle.
no,
I'm so
just-
confused.
But that's it.
Really important. That's the news, bro. Shut
At
up.
least he came back in, was like no volume to speak of.
Like, I don't understand why it's halted. There's no volume.
And the price is 36.
Wait. Is Ross having a trader summit?
That's
Jeez.
funny.
Could be a $2 jump when it opens.
Whoa. Okay, Mara. Come up and get my leftovers, jerk. My trail, after I took the half of that, it was coming down with it. It was at 98. It went to 97. See if my trail ends up being the perfect one. I highly doubt it. I should move it, honestly, up to 1101, but that's where the
You're
pivot
like pretty
is.
much out of that.
Yeah. I moved it over 11. Oh, I would have been stopped right there. Let's see if it makes a difference.
I think you're getting stopped either way, but feel like
The only
11 or
reason-
something.
Yeah, I put it at 02. The only reason I did is because if you look at those candles to the left, like
I
the-
see, I
which,
see, I see.
yeah,
I get
It-
what you're doing.
yeah. The only reason it was at 98 is because I put it on a trail. But I mean, if I
I'd
were
be
to
surprised
actually,
if it doesn't retest the high, just bouncing off the UAP, but could just
Yeah.
make a lower
Well,
high
that's
here.
yeah, that's where I took my my left. But if it can reject here, that's a really good sign for it to go
Yeah.
lower. Can yeah. That was the idea.
Push it. I think the preference would be it for to get below VUF and hold there, but obviously.
Oh well, yeah. I
Just
was hoping it would do
pre-weakness.
that when it got down
Yeah.
there. I was trying to hold those shares all the way down to 1020, but I don't think I got to be a little
You don't think
realistic.
you're getting there?
SLNG shares resume trading again.
What's he saying? SONG? Nope.
SLNG.
SLNG?
November
So
Golf.
go
like
find him,
Dodge.
Adley.
I'm not even
You
You
gonna
gotta
look.
sign up for
make
his
a run.
membership and beg for the
Reefer?
live streams to come
Wayfair.
back.
$7.70
Oh.
I don't
at
think
the
he's
high
even here today. I think he's at work.
SLNG.
I was like, tell me more about this reefer jag.
He hasn't posted at all on
I like that he's
ISW.
trading, but
I don't like that, dude. I mean, I know that's kind of what you would normally trade in these slow days, but
yeah, I don't like it.
I don't love that one, man.
And it's Wayfair.
And it's off the bottom. There's so many negatives. Too many negatives for the dev. I gotta pee.
Ray. Do. I don't have shorts either. Charge point. Charge point's making a little bit of a run. Not enough yet, but I'm starting.
Ding dong dong dong. Surge point. You think I should look at that?
Is this supposed to be that hot this afternoon?
I don't know. You are here.
Heyo. Would like to go get a haircut today. I'm not gonna lie about that.
What does that have to
It
do
says
with anything?
afternoon 83. Evening 74. What is this coach talking about?
83 is lovely.
I know. Well, she opened up this email about soccer practice for the kids. She was like, I hope you all had a great start to your week. Today is going to be a hot afternoon, so be sure to bring lots of water for your kiddos. Like, what are you talking? 84? What, you weren't saying this when it was 100.
Yeah, our high here is 70 today.
I hate you people.
Probably gonna
It's
be
92 today.
What's the point of living in Vegas if you don't like partake in Vegas?
Like gambling?
I don't mean like gambling per se, but like most of the people I feel that live in Vegas like work for Vegas.
Well,
Is it
people
just
that
'cause
work
of
at places
family at
other
this
than
point?
Casinos. We are a
Yeah.
huge. It's a huge town, bro.
I don't know. Every time I go
It's
into
like
Vegas,
any
all I
big
see is
city.
casinos.
Yeah, because you don't go anywhere but the Strip.
There's a lot of shows.
If you
in
drove up by
Vegas.
me, there's not a casino here. I mean,
Yeah, but all the shows are on the strip.
I know, but there's a bunch of stuff out of there.
I was just responding
Like-
to the Kyle Lou.
No,
Kyle
there's
Lewis.
there's whole communities. There's
Mara out all.
don't be like those tourists that go, "Which casino do you live in?" And I want to be like, "You are an idiot. Are you
Well-
Are you this stupid?"
ONON out all.
Well,
NIO just trying to make a little.
Yeah, what's the
That's
answer?
probably the worst thing about saying you're from Vegas. Oh, you're a gambler.
oh, I don't want to assume that right away. I just
I'm
a
not
lot.
saying you. I'm just saying in
Yeah.
general.
I feel
No, I
like
still think
a
the
lot of
worst
people.
is the people that think we live in casinos.
I feel like the people that live there the most are the people that work there. Like that's always been my assumption.
Oh, I think there's more people that don't work for casinos than do. We're all.
There's an
I'd
In and
have to
Out
do the
coming to
math.
Maryland,
Weekly $37
Nice.
calls active now. Romeo India Victor.
but it's
November.
like an hour and a half away. And I was like,
Oh.
there's a Five Guys like 2 minutes away.
Order
That
filled.
one's that big.
The problem with I'm all out of
Bring
more,
up.
by the way. The problem with In and Out is they are so focused, I guess, on like the fresh stuff, which is actually confusing because there was a guy when I went to California, he's from California, he said In and Out will never leave the West Coast. And I was like, why? And he was like, well, because of like the quality of ingredients that they want to use. And I was like, that makes no sense. I was like, Five Guys does it. And I was like, they don't ever use bad stuff. And then he just like kept going on and on about how In and Out will never come to the East Coast, and we are.
What's
Why would they not?
freshness? Like what? We don't have fresh goods around here?
When he was like the type of meat that they get from certain cows like out there, like that's what makes In and Out so good according to him. And I was like reading up on it, and there are a lot of people that say that, and it just confused me because I'm like, I don't want to bring up the egg debate, but it's like, how much better can a grass-fed cow out west be than a grass-fed cow in the east? Like it doesn't really make sense to me.
Well, but there's different types of cows. So what it might be is a certain breed of a
And they
cow.
do taste different. Like I
Yeah.
had meat in Scotland, tasted totally different than meat here. Like it was like night and day.
100%.
I didn't really like the meat in Scotland. I was like, ugh, this is not my favorite.
It's totally.
Oh yeah, there's no sugar in it.
Different.
No, just the meat tasted different. Like it did not taste like just a regular beef from here.
Yeah, that's always true when you travel like that.
FSTR LB Forster acquires
Oh yeah, they're.
whose
I mean, it's a
company
totally different
Precast
environment for those
Enterprises
cows to be
and
raised. What they eat is
Intelligent
different.
Video. That's
Yeah.
Foxtrot.
Did you notice how
Sandy,
different? Did you have any Coke out
Tango,
there?
Romeo.
Cola?
Any what?
Did you have any soda out there? Notice how different it tastes?
I'm sure I did, but I don't
Yeah,
remember.
yeah. Mess with that like
I don't
button.
drink that much soda anymore, so it's not like a
Yeah,
standout
neither do
memory
I,
for
but
me.
I did when I was in England. It tastes very different.
I'm
Well,
sure.
it's like
I
a.
had-
Do they
something
sell
like that.
Mexican Coca-Cola around you guys?
The hell is
Yeah.
Mexican?
Yeah.
Oh.
In
So
Vegas?
They
that's
use
the whole
real
thing.
sugar.
Yeah, the sugar cane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
love Mexican cocoa.
My dude, we're like mini California over here. Of course we do.
We don't get Coca-Cola up here.
It's because you're a racist.
It is.
Racist.
You don't have Mexican cola there?
No.
Have you been to a real Mexican restaurant? They usually sell it.
Yeah, they don't.
Oh,
Well, there's no
crazy.
real good Mexican restaurants up here either, so.
He's like,
No,
all of our
that-
Mexican restaurants are run by white people.
No, or run by
We don't have
Indians.
Mexican juice. What are you talking about?
What do you mean, like Taco Bell?
Well, that's like the argument with all the Chinese restaurants. They're not really ran by the Chinese, let alone Chinese food isn't real Chinese food.
No.
Maybe in your area. We get a lot of good Chinese food places here.
Well, you're closer to New York City, which makes sense.
Wow, it's
When
just a
I was in
big city.
Connecticut, we got some really good Chinese
Right.
food. Here
Vegas
inside.
is Chinatown. Is definitely run by Chinese people.
Yeah, we also
See,
have a
I've-
pretty good sized Chinatown.
Yeah, I've been to Chinatown in DC, and it's actually pretty decent. It's definitely different. It's so crazy, like how Americanized you become in so many ways, and you don't even realize it. Like
Yeah, a
Chinese?
lot
Oh
of
yeah, I
those-
love Chinese. Oh yeah, well let's go try some real Chinese. And then you're like, what the fuck is this? And you're like,
Yeah,
it's
when
real
they actually
Chinese.
Make the sauce, and the sauce doesn't come from a can.
Yeah. Watching this FREY up through 15 could be interesting.
Did that one a second ago.
No shorts.
Got plenty there. We got over 1 million.
Oh, it's starting to extend, huh?
Yeah, I'd still like to see the fast move. Are you in this already, Thomas? I'm assuming not.
Uh-oh, no speak from Thomas.
No speak from Thomas.
Down.
He's probably on a call or something.
Yeah.
This doesn't look like something he'd be in yet.
I wouldn't think so, but desperate
Hasn't had
times,
the
bro.
fast move. Yeah.
He's taken a few that I was like, really? Huh. That's where he does the ones instead of the twos or whatever. Yeah, I wouldn't see it through 15 plus
Yeah.
Frey 15.20.
to even consider a short. All right, now we sit on hands and wait for Jerome Pell.
I'm really starting to like and pay more attention to these Keltner channels that I have set up on my chart. And they seem to work pretty well. I've been trying to post my charts with them so that I can go back and review them if I want to. And I swear, man, like when they start hitting the tops or actually hitting the bands, it's oh, you look back in
Are you saying
hindsight.
you found the magic bullet?
I'm not saying that. You
Did
you
you
gotta
finally figure
accompany
it
it.
out?
You gotta accompany it with the right stuff. But I do think that it's a really good.
I'll show you 50 ways it doesn't work.
Well, no, I'm not even saying that. I'm more so
That's just using
saying
what you say.
I like. Well, it's true. I mean, there's gonna be times where it hits those bands and just keeps going. I bet you Saba did it yesterday.
Frey on a 1 minute is outside those bands. I just tried it.
So I have mine set up different. So what I did is, remember I was using the bands on TradingView, the percentage away from the 13.
Yeah.
Well, I tried to
I do.
find one that was as close to the 5% band as possible. So that's what I did. I can tell you what it is. I don't know if it'd be the same on the 1 minute as the 2. I don't see why it would be different because you're using the
Such a
EMA.
percentage, it should be.
So mine is 13 MA, then 13 ATR period, and then 4 times multiplier. Because if on mine, Frey is not even, it's not even close.
I'm not gonna ever try to do that.
You just put it on there, you said. I was just giving you the
I
numbers
just
to
put them
stick
on
in.
to see. I don't even see those numbers to put in, so I'm not gonna try to figure that out.
Oh, you just
It's in the
Go back.
config
Yeah, you just hit
I have
config on it.
displace, factor, and length.
Oh, you're doing it
I'm
on
not doing it on
TOS?
DOS. I'm doing it
Oh,
on
okay.
TOS, yeah.
What are
I
the
don't put any
options?
of that stuff on DOS. Displace, factor, and length. Length would probably be
So,
that 13.
yeah, length would be 13. Displace factor is probably the multiplier, so change that to 4.
Let's try it and see what it does. 4.
Yeah.
And then displace, nothing, 0 probably.
No, displace would be the 4, I think.
No, I think that would be factor, right?
NIO out all.
Let's see.
Factor is
Displacement of steady in bars, positive values signify a backwards displacement. What the hell does that mean? Factor, the factor by which the ATR average true range is multiplied to calculate the distance. I don't know.
I have
President
Thinkorswim
Biden,
on my
to
computer, but
speak
now
at
I
the
can't
UN
find it.
General
Let's see, if I
Also.
do it on that factor, it hasn't touched it.
Called the Russian War
Let's
and
see,
the front
how
to
close
the
did it
body
come on that spike up
charter.
to, for A? Up
Well,
to
where's your top line at right now, like price wise?
1519-ish?
Yeah, that's mine's like at 1521.
Oh, okay, so it's close. We're in the realm.
It just
Mine
clicked
just jumped
over.
up to 1521 on a 2-minute.
Yeah, so mine's 1521 as well. Yeah, so that's probably.
Okay, we're the same. Yeah.
I think you were on the 1 minute, and so that's why it was a little different.
I wasn't.
Maybe.
I was on a 2-minute.
No, yeah, you're right. It shouldn't be different anyway. Yeah, you're right.
Let me
Because it's
see.
based off the
I'm
price.
on the 2-minute, same spot. Yeah.
Yeah.
On the 1 minute, same spot as 2-minute.
So now look at it
Update
on
an
Mara.
early report,
real quick.
Regarding BP
MARA?
Toledo
Yeah.
refinery. 2 employees injured that reported earlier.
Where it hit it. Well,
Now
it kind of
reported
rode
to
it
have
up,
died
basically.
in that
Well,
fire.
right, but that's
in the
what I'm
morning.
saying. So, like, if you accompany that with like
That
your
level
normal trading style, so like if you would have waited for it to go through 11, looking for that 1120, and you see it was hitting the band, the odds are that thing's pretty extended.
Yeah, so don't just hit it when it gets over that band, because that would be like 1089 or so. But
Right, because that's the whole point of these bands is so that you don't get into a grinder, like you don't get into
Too
something
early,
that's
yeah.
moving slow. Yeah.
hmm
So if you wait until it always hits
Bloomberg
one of these
reported
bands,
that
it could
Iran
prevent
had
you
restricted
from
access
ever starting
to-
something way too early.
Instagram actually
Like AMD. Like
reported
if you look at
that.
AMD, that thing's never even come close.
I'm going to pull it up on Sava for yesterday.
Yeah, that's actually what I was going to do, and then I was trying to help you.
Just out of curiosity.
SMETA.
Oh, it never got above it.
That's
It
what I'm saying.
rode it up.
Yeah,
shows you
and that's
see
the
the
thing with
grinder, I
Savo.
guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it
But-
just the 2 line? No, there's a third line. I wouldn't.
Well, the third line is
on-
just the MA.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Yeah, if you look at Sava, it never actually touches the line.
Why can't
just
I get rid of
grind
the
it up
middle
there.
band? That's lame. Oh, average. That's that one.
I say
Get rid of that
you don't want to get rid of the middle one. That's the actual MA.
I do. I don't want it.
Oh well, yeah, you know what I mean.
I just want to see the upper and the lower.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
want to
yeah,
see
yeah.
if it, you know.
It's true.
I
I
care about the
actually,
middle one.
I actually wish I could get rid of the lower one too, because it serves no value to
Lower
me.
one would be interesting for dips, I guess. You know.
Yeah, but I'm not
Like,
playing
maybe
dips.
You're not
Fuck the
shorting
dips.
something going lower. You can do it, can't you? Or can you not on DOS?
What do you mean?
Get rid of the A band?
No, it doesn't let you.
Nah, gotcha.
That is one frustrating thing with DOS is like you can customize DOS in so many ways, but then there's so many things that you can't do.
You can't. Yeah. I hate DOS for all studies. I think it sucks.
I agree.
Rad
That
up.
was actually why I tried using TradingView for a bit, but it was too difficult because I'd have to keep typing the ticker in so many times. Did you have shares on Sava? I don't think so. I think we checked that earlier. No, yeah, we didn't. I'm pretty sure we didn't earlier as well.
Nova 76 KTB.
My DOS shorts keep getting barer and barer. Eventually, there's just gonna be nothing on them. What are you watching, Jag? Nothing.
Nothing.
No.
Nothing worthwhile.
Nothing seems to be what we're doing today.
Coming up in less than 2 minutes now, crude inventories, a build of 2.161 million expected. Gasoline, a draw of 431,000. Distillates, a build of 420,000 expected.
Man, I should have longed AMD.
Yep.
I mean, the only reason I was short bias on it was because it actually got below that area just by a little bit, but I shouldn't have probably jumped into that. My bad. Literally, it dipped below for 2 minutes, and I got biased. Because I had the 74.70 as like the lowest that it's been in the last week. And it's tapped it multiple times. When I got below it, I just went, oh, it's got to go down now. My bad for being biased.
Crude, a build of 1.1 million. Gasoline, a build of 1.6 million. Distillates, a build of 1.2 million.
Swing high, sweet chariot.
Crude again, a build of
Right there, what's wrong with
1.14
your foot,
million
buddy?
versus 2.16 million expected.
Well, I guess now we sit and wait for Mr. Powell to blow our minds.
Day 2 of sneaking in on my mom's workouts.
569 million versus a draw of 431,000
Gonna be
expected.
good.
Do you think we're dropping?
Crude right
This
now
time with strobe lights.
initially, moving higher now, pulling back a bit. $84.32.
I don't know for
37
sure,
cents.
but I have a sneaking suspicion that we drop.
Day 2 of sneaking in on my mom's
9
workouts.
times out of 10, the guy speaks, we drop. Why would today be different?
They're saying just buy puts?
I'm not saying to do that.
I mean, that's kind of what you just said.
I'm saying there's a good chance we drop. But who knows?
So
They
percentage-wise, what are we talking here?
I don't know. I would have to study, and I don't want to do that. Putting on your Keltner channels on a few of my charts just so I can kind of see what they do, if they are of interest. Just for shorts, you know? The only thing I don't like is they fudge up my charts, man. I don't like seeing this much stuff.
I put them on a secondary chart for the main one I'm looking at.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I've done. Like, I have, my charts, I'm leaving normal on them. Put it on 2 charts just to kind of maybe throw, if I'm looking at one of these, throw it down there, you know?
Yeah.
I don't like how much stuff they add to my charts.
I'll be right back.
Not that would happen, but if he raised it 100 points, oof.
No way. You can do that.
Percentage is higher than normal, and he's going to raise it that, but I doubt it.
APRN, Blue Apron, the October $5 calls trading now. Alpha Papa Romeo November. APRN.
I would like to see one of these charts in real time, not when I'm like looking at a, couple days ago move or something. Break through the top of that APRN. I mean, literally, that just tapped the top on not a big move. No, I'm gonna mess with this too much. Hey, Tim.
Yeah.
Where is the top line on like beyond? I'm just trying to see if we're cool.
Right now?
Yeah.
1805-ish.
Really? That's much higher than mine. Oh, it does change on a 2-minute. That's even more annoying.
That's weird though that it would. Oh, you know why? Because it's using the EMA. I'm an
Because
idiot.
it's calculating a different distance, yeah.
Yeah, because
If it
you're
was
using the last 13
VWAP, it would be the
candles.
same spot, but
Right. Yeah, it's just using the last 13 candles
yeah,
regardless.
I got you. I got you. That's on the 2-minute. It puts me in the same spot, but I got you. You get it.
FENC chart up, we'll keep on it for VE. Coin kinda heavy.
Boredom. I'm in boredom. I'm gonna go on mute, guys, because I have
Fray
nothing
went
to
up
add to this.
through 15.
Fray up, go go go.
Supposed to go to 1520s. Yeah, Devin, I wasn't really expecting much today, to be honest. I was just telling David last night that I'm not even like wanting 10 plus plays a day right now. Like it would just be nice to have 3, 4, maybe 5.
You. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I'm not trying to be
It's
greedy.
crazy that now 1 hour in and I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
maybe take the dog for a walk.
Well, yeah, it's like I thought sometimes 12 o'clock it felt like it was too early because, you know, we'd get plays all the way up to like 1 o'clock and now it's 10:30 and I'm like, fuck.
I've been here an hour, nothing happened.
Like this fray.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just not getting that extra push that I would need to even start it. It's so frustrating. Thomas, did you ever trade this that first time? I don't think you were on a call or something maybe. Still ignoring us. What did we do? Sorry about calling your mama fat. Didn't mean it.
Called Thomas's mama fat.
Guess I just did, but didn't mean it. Just a prank, bro.
He's trained.
You guys see Aaron Judge hit number 60? Hey!
I don't know who that is or what that means.
He's a really big MFer that plays for the Yankees.
I think it had something to do with Cowboys or something. Frog. Went to Cowboys and Yankees and Indians or something.
Yeah, I just know I get so mad because Mark McGuire and Barry Bonds have 70 and 73. That's like the all-time single season record, which was just complete and utter bull because they were on steroids and using juiced balls. So those records will probably never be broken. But then someone like Aaron Judge to come in and just naturally hit 60 with 2 weeks left, it's insane. Dude's just a
You guys
beast.
don't use juiced balls?
And Pujols, Albert Pujols, he's on almost to 700, but this is his last season. I think he's at 698. Let's see. He's got 14 games left to play. And he's at 698, yeah. So he needs 2 more in the last 14 games. I feel like if I was a pitcher playing against these guys, not Judge, but against the Cardinals, like if you're a team that can't make the playoffs and Albert comes up to the plate, I'd just be throwing him fucking meatballs down the middle. Hey, here you go, man. Nice career. This one's for you. Jag can appreciate what I'm saying.
I was good thinking. I was
Probably
like,
the
who are you
only one.
talking to?
Oh, DT, did you see my DM that I sent you the other day or yesterday?
Yeah.
Good news for Monaco.
Spa.
I really think no, it was Monaco. Well, Spa too. But they were talking about getting rid of Monaco as well. But they extended it even further. It wasn't next year, but they're talking about it.
Now, November, India, Oscar.
The problem with Monaco, man, is it's such a boring race.
Yeah, I think they should get rid of it. Fuck that.
I also think if they're gonna race there, qualifying should be one car at a time.
November,
Like it shouldn't be a time thing.
India, Oscar.
Because if you're out on the track, like
Take all
warning,
day.
yeah, but so what? It's the problem with that is qualifying gets so screwed up because of all the cars on the track. So it's like you literally have to like try and wait your turn, and you only get one lap anyway.
That'll never happen though.
That's why NASCAR qualifying takes forever.
Well, but NASCAR only has NASCAR. They don't have F2, 3, E, and women.
Yeah, they could still do it. They also only have 20 cars.
What's the significance of Monaco being on the list? I don't understand.
No, it wasn't that it's on the list. It's that they extended their contract.
Oh, I didn't read it yet.
Yeah, Spa was on there, and then Monaco, they extended the...
Yeah, I didn't see it till this
contract.
morning when I logged in.
I'm not going to lie, though. If they don't do something else to try to bring all these cars closer together, I mean, it's starting to get a little boring. I'm not going to lie.
True.
I mean, even if you're a Max fan, like, this has to be boring. Like, even when I started watching all those years ago, like, Hamilton was just clearly out in front of everybody, but there was always, like, close racing behind him. And so I guess, like, you were watching that, but now it's just, like,
Well,
the same people.
I think next year it'll get that way. They'll find ways.
I mean, even Ferrari is starting to fall off pace. It's like they get worse as the season goes. Like, Mercedes is catching up, Red Bull's pulling away, and Ferrari's just, like, in a standstill.
Like how everyone's fighting for that new driver.
Yeah, and then it'll end up being sucky. I just want to see a better driver than Perez in his car. And then I want to see Mercedes have a very similar car to Red Bull in terms of pace. Because I think Max, Lewis, George, and someone that's a better driver in Perez's seat would just make for some awesome races. Like, could you imagine all four of them, like, going head to head every race? Like,
I know.
that's the kind of shit you want to watch.
Fun part of the beginning of the season, and then it just was like,
yeah, it didn't happen at all.
I thought it was going to be fun between Ferrari and Red Bull, and then Mercedes picking up towards the end.
Yeah, to be honest, the end, pretty much all last season was pretty awesome because Mercedes, like, clearly had a little bit of an edge, but Max, just being the pure speedster that he is, was, like, giving them a race every single race. So it's like, every week you didn't know who was going to win. Like, right now we know Max is going to pretty much win every race. Like, it's just boring.
Carrot ADHs and 15.28.
Yeah, well, and it's like I was saying back when Lewis was doing the same thing. At least behind Lewis, everyone else was fighting. Like, there was, like, battling all the way down to, like, 14th place. Where, like, now it's like you have your top six essentially in stone, and then it's like, you know, the fight for the rest of the field.
I don't know, man. Next year is going to be interesting. They'll have a year under their belt with the new cars. There's a bunch of driver changes.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm sad for Bottas as well. I thought he would do a little bit better, especially his car was there at the beginning.
He wasn't. Yeah, I didn't think he was going to do it in the car though.
Well, I mean, obviously the car is a big deal, but at the same time, I thought he was a better driver because I always bring up the Perez Max battle, right? They have essentially the same car, they can make the same adjustments, etc. And then you had Bottas, where he was pretty, like, he wouldn't always keep up with Lewis. Obviously, Lewis is just the better driver, but at the same time, like, he was always finishing second, like when they had the best cars. Or Perez, it's like, what are you doing down there in 8th place, bro?
Yeah. Well, how much does that have to do with the car and the budget?
What do you mean?
So, I meant this is the first year of the new car. So, if you got all the money in the world, like the top three do, they could put more money into research. Whereas, who's he with, Alpha or whatever?
Yeah, Alfa Romeo.
It probably takes them longer. to get the
BW,
same amount.
Bravo Whiskey.
Well, that's why
Babcock and Wilcox.
Aston Martin did what they did the one year.
Hearing it's a
Well, they weren't Aston Martin at the time, were they? I think they were somebody else.
Whatever.
Yeah. It was the racing team or racing Was it racing something?
Yeah, it's never
Racing
fun
Point.
when it's never fun when one person just takes off. I mean, Lewis did it for a while.
Nah. Yeah. I remember saying the same thing back then. Like, it was getting boring. And I remember, honestly, if it wasn't for them coming out with that Netflix series, I feel like that kind of like sparked it again for me. And then they sparked it again with the new car, and it's like I feel like the new car has been such a bust so far. Like you said, we'll see next year.
Because my brother's always been a huge F1 fan, and I'd try to get back into it, but it was always Lewis, and it was just like, ugh. I just fell out of it. I was also highly into MotoGP then.
Yeah, I mean, MotoGP is what I raced in iRacing for the longest time.
And there's no MotoGP.
The GT series.
Oh, GT, yeah. Yeah, I did GT3.
Yep, same here. iRacing is Apple iPhone app.
I did the Kia for a season. That was okay. I did the V8 supercars for a season.
I sucked with the V8 supercars.
Yeah, so did it's because it's so touchy on the gas, and it's hard to do that with pedals that don't have. I mean, mine are somewhat pretty realistic, but. Do you see that $10 million sim or that $1 million sim racing that gives you the feeling of
Boosted Media
pulling on your head?
The Boosted Media guy? Oh, you're talking about like one of the real ones where it has the
that one guy that what's it? What up F1? WTF1 I think is.
I must not be thinking of the same one. But yeah, he went to like
$10,000 and $1 million sim video. And he had the $1 million sim. You have to wear a helmet. It wears a suction cup to your head, and it pulls your head like you're pulling. It pulls your body into feeling that you're getting G forces, and it moves back and forth, up and down. It's crazy. It's a Yeah, I'm only guessing, but Perez is a good driver. I think if he doesn't have, he just can't drive Max's style and can't adapt to it.
Oh. Shakers. I don't know. All right. Sorry, DT. I didn't hear what you had said. My mom walked in.
Well, it's not important.
It's very important. You were talking about the simulators,
LOL,
and I was trying. I searched it, but oh, he got in that fray. Let's see, $1 million $10 simulator.
It showed up on my feed, so maybe it's an old video.
Here it is. I found it. It's from 4 years ago. Yeah.
If someone was to hand you £1,000, what would you do with it? Put it towards a car, go on holiday, buy 1,000 Snickers?
1,000, 100,000, and 1 million pounds.
That's
Even more.
Not quite. Although you can expect to feel much more immersed within your racing game than ever before, with your steering wheel delivering vibrations to make you feel every bump and slide, otherwise known as force feedback.
The
And your racing
1,000
tricking your mind
and
into thinking you're driving a
10,000
car,
you've
sort of.
seen.
You're pretty much a racing driver.
The
However, it is lacking what other...
$1,000,000 one was kind of interesting.
Yeah, the boosted media guy, he has his setup like really nice, but I think he said it's like a little over 100,000 at this point.
much more expensive simulators offer, and that's full immersion and experience. £100,000, that's a hell of a lot of money. That's easily a deposit on a house, a Ferrari F430 outright, or 100,000 Snickers. Again, other people are available. But if you're fancying a racing simulator in your life, then look no further than the simulators gracing your screen right now. They provide you with an open-wheel Formula 1-esque environment to help you channel your inner Pastor Maldonado. Not only this, but the way in which the cockpit moves with motion simulation means that not only do you feel the car move through the corners, but also under acceleration and braking. As much as you may feel like you're the next Formula 1 driver, you're unfortunately experiencing next to nothing when it comes to G-forces. Simulators do just that. Simulate. Don't get me wrong, you'll be so immersed in the experience, you'll probably forget to blink for a good few minutes, and you'll love every single second. But I'd be holding back on telling your mates that you could well make Lewis Hamilton easy. Although if you do fancy improving, you receive some in-depth telemetry to analyse after your session, focusing on where you can brake later, pick up the throttle earlier, different gears to use for different corners, as well as apex speeds and wheel position. It surely can't get any better than that, right? £1 million. Well, we arrived at what I like to call the Billy Big Balls moment of the video. For this amount of money, you could buy a glorious house for all of your £1,000 simulators, a Bugatti Veyron perhaps, or you guessed it, 1 million Snickers. The Ansible Motion Simulator is by far the greatest simulator I've ever seen. What do you get for that amount of money though? Real-time telemetry, realistic cockpit and driver controls, ability to connect to sophisticated vehicle and track surface models, live tuning to rapidly sweep through vehicle setup changes, unique low-latency motion systems, high-definition vision systems. I mean, this takes 3 TV screens in your bedroom to another level. This does. Like, look over there, I can still see the screen. That's amazing. And professional driver, engineer, and operator audio communications. Phew, but it doesn't end there. Do you know how I said the cheapest chips, well, £100,000 simulator doesn't give you the feeling of G-force? Well, this one does. You literally attach your helmet to what can only be described as the Neckbuster 9000, and feel the forces flow through your neck at high speeds and also under braking. Having something squirting your neck gives you a sense that you're actually in the car. Certainly brings the simulation to life. The seatbelt getting tighter, wearing the helmet as well makes you really feel like you're in the car. This is by far the best simulator I've ever been on. All right, 10-year-old me sat there watching Formula 1, I'll be driving something as incredible as this. No one told you where to go. It is truly awesome. If I had £1 million, would it be the first thing I buy? Probably not, but it's fascinating how realistic it is. In other news, we are taking part in a 24-hour sim race and want one of you to design our WTF1 livery. We'll be ready.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. I feel like I've watched that before, but I totally forgot about it.
Be fun to try.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if I'd want that particular thing all the time. Next strain.
And I definitely wouldn't be trying an F1 car first. Be like, can I get the Mazda Miata, please? Every time I go back into iRacing, that's the first thing I do, is I get back in the Miata.
Ugh.
Just for
I get
a few
it.
races, yeah.
I always did the Skippy.
I'm not gonna even bother with iRacing again until I can afford like a motion simulator of some sort. I'm not even talking a real expensive one, but something where I can put it in the other room and actually enjoy it. Because what I have now is just the fold-up steering wheel.
Is because my computer is part of my main entertainment, it's part of my entertainment system and everything.
You guys know I'm a big fan of
I
the
always
seat
had
brake,
to
but not.
dismantle it and put it together, so I'd have to move over the seat, screw down the wheel. You know, not that that was a big deal, but sometimes I'd be like, oh, I just feel like sitting down and playing a race, and I'd be like, oh, it's gonna take me 5-10 minutes to set it up. Fuck that.
Yep, that's kind of how I feel with the VR. Like, I feel like the VR is so immersive, which is really nice, and it makes it better than trying to play on my 3 screens. But at the same time, it's like I gotta pull the wheel I gotta pull my little stand thing over with the wheel and pedals. I gotta get the VR down. I gotta click all these different buttons to get it going. I have to. It's so much to set it up. Where it's like, if you have something that's dedicated, like that boosted media guy does, it's literally just okay. You sit down, turn it on, join the race, and you're good to go.
Yeah. Well, you gotta have a dedicated room. Couldn't you set it up beside your desk?
Well, it's kind of how I have it set up. So I can leave my wheel and pedals where it is because I'm using VR, so I don't have to move it over. So I still have to pull my VR down, and then like to get the VR running, I have to do a couple things, and then I still have to like set my keyboard up because all the controls are on the keyboard, and it's just a pain because with VR it's very hard to use everything unless you like. I mean, I guess I could set the buttons up on like the shifter thing. I don't know. It's a lot of work just to get into the game, and then it's like once you're in the game, you know, it's immersive, sure, but the graphics are kind of shitty. And that's kind of the part that sucks about VR. It's like it's so good yet so bad at the same time.
Yeah, my brother set it up once. I didn't do it too long, but I could see the screen door, but it was still really cool.
Yeah, I'm not even worried about the screen door more so than just like when you're trying to look around the track and trying to hit your breaking points and stuff like that. They're just it's blurry. So like when you're looking at a computer screen, you know, you can see your breaking point coming from a long distance, where in VR it's like you almost have to wait until you're like right up on it. So you can't really like necessarily focus on like other things.
I didn't race enough. I wanted to, but he had his brake bias up so much because of his driving style.
Yeah.
Change it.
That's one area that I suck at with racing is braking later. I always brake way too early.
Letter C, Citigroup CEO Frazier tells Congress we are very concerned by the high prices consumers are facing.
Well, for me, it was just hitting my point every time. I would find the correct braking spot, but I wouldn't hit it all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all part of racing, but
Well, it's the one thing in racing you always hear.
I just got burned out on it, I guess.
Well, so did I. I actually did oval racing with some friends like for a long time. And like that was kind of what we did. And, like we would spend hours on there just coming up with setups and stuff like that. And you know, we were good. Like we'd win all the truck races, we'd win most of the class B, and then like when you got up into the class A, that's when you were messing with the guys who spent an absurd amount of time on it. So we would kind of focus on the trucks.
Oval racing. I've done a few, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is so boring."
It's if you actually keep up and you're running with like the lead guys, it's actually a ton of fun because it's no different than racing a road course as far as like hitting your spots. Because if you don't hit your spots going into every corner, I mean, you're pretty much going to be slower than the guy behind you. And just like the whole like when you get like the speedways, like where you're drafting and stuff, like one wrong move and
EMR,
it's just
Emerson
like real life.
Ventures,
You fuck
Justin
everything up.
Ortigo, Echo Michael Romeo.
I think I actually enjoyed oval racing more than I did road course racing because everything was like actually a close race. Where if you're not an alien on the road courses, like you just never are racing for any kind of like top 10. Like there's always people that are so much faster. And just the amount of time you have to spend on each track, like practicing, it's just ugh.
Yeah,
I tried
that was never
it.
fun to me with iRacing when they added tire temp.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you would go out, have to warm up for a lap or two, and then race, and then you'd fuck up, or somebody would hit you, or something. You're like, "Fuck, I'm gonna do it all over again."
Yeah.
If possible, against the deadly threat. Here, act yourself cutting with to do. Counts the original register, flash some guns, some knives, and so these clerks are just going to open the counter, registers for them and let them start taking whatever it is they want. If you watch the original, the robbers kind of queued up outside for just a minute and then came in here and again, basically cleared the joint out. Now, as a security guard, you can see him come in and kind of thinking it's a normal day and see, oh man, there's guys in there with guns, so he's gonna eventually get his gun out. Meanwhile, a customer in the store has gotten what they described as a pepper spray out of her bag and is going after these guys with it, and so he beans her with one of the cell phones they'd stolen from everyone else, and then when she keeps after him with it, he is actually then going to point a gun at her. I don't think he shot that gun, but again, they did slap her around pretty good, push her down pretty hard. That OC spray, whatever it was, did really poorly, and I did absolutely nothing to them. Then the guard is there when these guys come out, so he is actually going to point a gun at the first one, and now he's going to get into kind of a gunfight with the second one as he is coming out. And if you go and and look at the news story that I have linked in the description. This standoff that they have here now is going to go on for about 5 minutes. As this guy continues to kind of push his way out a little bit, take some occasional shots. They exchanged about 20 shots. One of them hit a bystander who was driving by, was taken to the hospital, but the robbers ended up running off, and we're going to take lessons. So straight up, this is why I say not all OC sprays are created equal. There's only one brand that I recommend. Know it, they're on the channel all the time, Palm. There's another brand that actually has pretty good formulation as well, but I don't like their business practices. Alex at Palm helps us fight sex trafficking, support foster teams. He's a great guy doing great work, making a great product. So go pick one up, would you? First part of this, you know that we always talk about purposeful compliance and active self-protection. The robbers get the going to use it. Now,
This lady.
take the job, you recognize, or something like that. You guys in your soul note, I wouldn't go into that. That maybe armed security is not for you situation. And first of all, I don't think OC spray is a useful tool against a deadly threat. All you got, then use what you got. But I don't think it's the best tool. Number two, you need to have a good spray because again, a really high quality spray will incapacitate somebody. Didn't have run-of-the-mill kind of thing right here, which is a whole lot of not much. And you notice his response to it is to literally beat her in the head with one of the cell phones that they've stolen. And these guys have multiple firearms too. And again, major cap consistency, incredible for our sponsors. And listen, I think she'd been better off not using it at all here because what she had is garbage. And so most of the stuff that you buy is garbage. And I wouldn't even bother with it because this is the kind of stuff that happens. She has to put a gun pointed at her. And I think she did a good thing there realizing bother with it because this is the kind of stuff that happens. She has to put a gun pointed at her. And I think she did a good thing there realizing, oh, maybe I need to stop this right now and go do something else. So yes, I carry an OC spray every day. No, not for deadly threats. That's why I carry a firearm, is for deadly threats. And I recommend that you have one if it is at all possible in your jurisdiction and practice with it. Be good with it to protect yourself in effective ways. This was not necessarily an effective means of self-defense because the spray she was using was garbage. Now let's think about this standoff that we got. And the first thing that I do have a challenge with the security guard is let's think about this effective means we got. And the first thing that I do have a challenge with the security guard is he's kind of standing out this standoff that we got of self-defense because the spray she was using was garbage. Now let's think about this standoff that we got. And the first thing that I do have a challenge with the security guard is he's kind of standing out here in the middle of nowhere and he's kind of caught in no man's land here. He has some cover just to his right, our left, and he's not using it. And it's a good thing because the best cover is faster than the other guy. That's the job here of finding himself a better place, of getting a little bit of distance and finally getting the other guy. This is why we say you may not be able to get a gunfight is a competition. Now I do think he's the other guy. This is why we say yes, absolutely, a gunfight is a competition. Now I do think he did a pretty good job here of finding himself a better place, of getting a little bit of distance and finally finding himself some cover. That's a very good thing. But remember, you want to be the hunter, not the rabbit here as well. If you were in a deadly force encounter and you need to have your marksmanship skills so strong that when he presents a real small target like he is here, you can still hit it. And even at these kinds of distances, 12, 15, real small target like he is here, you can still hit it. And even at these kinds of distances, 12, 15 yards, I think this is.
I know,
So having that kind of marksmanship skills, I think, critically important. This one's got a lot of lessons. Let's make sure we get them as we seek to better cover our ass.
I know. This is everyone. We got 6 people here. This is ridiculously boring. I think I'm gonna end the stream as well. I'll be in the Discord if you guys want to hang out. I'll be in there. Appreciate you being here. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.
BMI Bristol Myers Squibb, the September 30th $73 call is active now. Bravo Michael Yankee.